I think I'll start by cropping this one down to 4:3 and then just rotating it a little bit so our horizon is more straight. That looks pretty good, so I'll move on to grabbing one of my presets to use as a base. And I think I'll go with PA8 for this one. Now the sky looks pretty good, but our foreground's a bit too dark, so I'm gonna move into our light section next and just lift up our shadows. Then I'll move down to our color section to increase our vibrance and our saturation to add just a little bit more color to this photo. That did make the blues in our sky a bit too saturated though, so I'm gonna head into our color mixer next, grab our blues and just lower their saturation a hair. Now I think just a few masks could really bring this photo together, starting with a subject mask, which is gonna let us select her separate from the rest of the photo. And she's a bit dark right now, so I'm gonna increase her exposure to start, increase her highlights, push her temperature a little bit more towards the warm side, and her tint a little bit more towards the magentas, and increase her saturation. I think I'll also lower her blacks just a hair to give her some contrast. Then I think I'll create a linear gradient coming up from the bottom right hand side of the photo that I'll just lower the exposure on a little bit to create some depth in the foreground. And I think the last mask I'll create is a radial mask coming from the left hand side of the photo that I'll just lift up our exposure on, increase the warmth, and decrease the dehaze on. And I think that'll do it for this one. So here's our before and our after.